Late on Friday evening after the market close, S&P cut the rating on the U.S. from AAA to AA+.
But how much more downside do you think we could see today?
Well, my gut feeling is that we don't see that much more downside today. There's a really strong technical level right around 1148 on the S&P 500.
Today's trading session within the Forex markets has indeed been volatile, with the U.S. dollar continuing to post steep declines against its major counterparts and risk aversion continuing to keep investors away from higher yielding currencies.
Good morning and welcome to NYFP. This is your word from the floor for Tuesday, August 9, 2011. In today's trading session, the major U.S. stock averages are all seeing green, trading higher by over 1%. This does come after the major stock averages saw their worst one-day loss since late 2008 during the credit crisis.
U.S. stocks were fluctuating wildly this Tuesday, remaining a slight bit in the green approaching today's closing bell. This following a gloomy description of the U.S. economy by the Federal Reserve. Now the Dow steep declines continued for the Dow Jones, reversing most of yesterday's gains, and there is growing concerns that France is next in line to lose its AAA credit rating.
But could you give us a little insight into what we're seeing and why we're seeing this reversal today?
We'll call it the panic du jour. It is definitely based in France, but it's not the French government.
Return to the recent downward trends for the U.S. equity markets. This as the Dow Jones dropped by more than 500 points intraday, led by growing concerns of a deepening Eurozone debt crisis.
But given what we got out from the Fed earlier this week, do you expect to see anything of substance out from that meeting?
They're going to be drinking wine and hanging out in hot tubs, all right, because if he wasn't going to say anything.
The Dow is on the upside 423.37 points to settle in at 11,143.31.
At the end of a very volatile trading week, the latest U.S. economic data releases, as well as the short sell ban on financial shares in the Eurozone, will be in this month.
Less than 30 minutes after the opening bell, as U.S. consumer sentiment sunk to its lowest level in nearly 3 decades to a reading of 54.9, well short of expectations, calling for the figure to come in at 62.5.
I'm here to talk about the events of this trading week that we've managed to just survive. I've been plying my trade down here for 25 years, and this was one of the more remarkable weeks we've ever endured.
This week, August 8th through August 12th, the Dow experienced wild ups and downs between gains and losses. Also this week, the Dow was up or down more than 400 points 4 straight days. A record for the Dow.